Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event.
Let's get ready to rumble! Standing in the corner at
You know, we hadn't ever
6
done.
foot,
Oh yeah, 6 foot.
120 pounds in the lightweight division.
Slender man over here.
She's only 24 years old, ladies. Brooke Collier! Wah, 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 wah.
And standing at a also 6'1", 120. Farron Daru.
Y'all don't want none.
We've never opened up with an instrumental song.
Hey, do they know that we used to train MMA?
You know what?
Fact, surprise.
Yes.
We didn't turn our halo light on.
I
Yep.
think we're all right.
Okay. We could be extra fabulous.
So yes, Farron, as you mentioned, we used to do MMA training in
Mhm.
between summers for soccer, and you introduced me to this.
Yeah.
And I remember going and being like, oh my gosh, Farron can throw a punch.
That was the fittest I've ever been in my whole life.
Also the sorest I've ever been in my whole life. I remember we also, during the summers, played in a summer league. And I remember being so sore from MMA that I couldn't even kick a ball. Like, I couldn't even pass it.
No, there was one
So
time
sore.
I couldn't put my hair in a ponytail because these muscles were so tight I could only get this. I couldn't
Could
bend
you,
my
like,
arms.
do this?
There was like I could get this a ponytail
Yeah,
right here.
the
'cause I
important
could-
part.
Yeah.
Or you have to, like, clip it out of your face.
So sore. Oh,
Yeah.
and we loved
it was great. It's when CrossFit kind of first came out.
Mhm.
So it was a CrossFit guy who also did MMA
Mhm.
at his boxing gym.
Mhm.
And then he moved, and we were like, how are we going to work out?
We made it
Yeah,
somehow.
figured it out. So, man. And
Huh.
you're still soccering, and I'm still CrossFitting.
Yeah.
I haven't punched anyone in a while, though.
I can't comment.
Fake or real or otherwise.
I can't comment.
You're right. So we do have big news. Last week, we were featured on the Fools in Love podcast.
Which means we're practically famous. I hope y'all
Get your autographs while you still can.
for free.
So it is their number 77, their episode 77, and we talked about fair fighting, and it's a sneak peek into our digital course that's coming out here in a few weeks.
Yes, which is titled
The 5 Rules of Fair Fighting,
Yeah.
Resolve Conflicts While Protecting Your Relationship. So some people are like, we don't ever fight.
That's also not a good thing.
So even if you guys never fight, I mean, do you really? We won't tell anyone, but but also if you aren't ever butting heads or solving things, are you growing? Number one,
Mm-hmm.
and then the dangerous part of that is, so besides not growing, is
Being disengaged. So whether you're avoiding or conceding in any type of argument or dispute, that can cause disengagement. So you start putting up all these walls and defenses to avoid fighting or stepping on each other's feelings. And so that can definitely dampen the intimacy of your relationship. So maybe...
that's just a weird word for me.
Which one?
Intimacy.
Intimacy, the closeness, the bonding of your relationship. Now, so again, a lot of people have their own reasons for not maybe engaging in arguments, but if you have this fair fighting formula, maybe you'd feel safer and more confident in, bringing up issues instead of being complacent and ultimately disengaging, and that's never a safe place to be.
Right. So again, that's the Fools in Love podcast we were featured on this past week. It's episode number 77. You can go to iTunes. It's Fools in Love Podcast or foolsinlovepodcast.com. And again, we're episode 77. You'll see Witty and Gritty up there with fair fighting. Yeah. So that's fun. So make sure you are subscribed to the email list because we're going to be sending out lots of information to those people about the course. They're going to hear it first before everybody else. So make sure you're doing that. You can go to our website, wittyandgritty.blog, and subscribe there.
You're gonna want it, so don't miss it.
Yeah, okay. And also on our podcast, last week, episode 55, it's the introduction to...
Oh, look in there. Switch on Your Brain by Dr. Carolyn Lee.
Yes, so again, the book is about the key peak to happiness, thinking, and health. So if you want to be happier
And healthier.
and like, think better and get that mindset under control, this is a book study for you.
And guys, the state of the world right now, you could totally be in like a place of fear and concern, and this doesn't sell you like sickening optimism or anything, but it does help you combat and take control of your thought life. So that way it's realistic but productive and keeping you safe and healthy in the process. So isn't a better time
Right.
to have this book come
Perfect timing. Thanks, Dr. Carolyn Leaf, for
Yeah.
delivering us this book. Not literally, we got it off of Amazon. We can put the link in that too. We don't actually know Carolyn Leaf
Not yet.
yet.
Yeah.
Yes,
We haven't come up with her
We
nickname.
are interviewing her daughter's former teacher, though, so
Same thing.
we practically know good old
Saying there's a
Carolyn.
chance.
Tell me there's a chance. So if you haven't looked at the book yet, or the guts inside of it, it's broken down into manageable chunks too. So even within the chapter, it's broken down into sections, so where even if you just took it a couple paragraphs at a time, you're not going to get lost in all the sciencey words.
Yeah, so the first half gives you all the science and research behind it. We like to give you guys like research proven information, I guess is the best way to say that. But the best part is the second half of the book, where it gives you the practical application piece. But there is some really important things in the first half that we don't want you to miss. So
Right.
as always, make sure you tune into the podcast. If you do find the first part a little overwhelming with the vocabulary, we're going to break that down for you. Again, just like the book is in manageable chunks, we're here to help you with that as well.
Yes.
And then stay tuned for the back half.
Right. I love how the book is just set up in general. Like you said, Farron, the front half is here's the information, second half, here's how to do the things with the information. I love it. So next week, we're actually going to go over part 1, chapters 1 through 4. There's 8 chapters, so we'll go over part 1 of part 1.
Yes, so this week was just an introduction to the book. Why did we pick it? What are some things that you'll learn throughout this mini-series? And our subscribers got their workbook.
Yeah, so you guys already have your workbook. It's already in your inbox. You can print it out, use it. It even has some little verses you can cut
Make
up
and
use.
take in the teacher world.
You're like, what the heck's a make and take? Don't worry about that. Just open your email. It's there. If you're over here going, I'm new to the group, I missed the freebie, you can go to wittyandgritty.blog/switch on your brain, and that's where you can find the freebie.
Yes, we love giving things away for free. So that's why we encourage you to always be part of our subscription list and get all the free stuff. Who doesn't like free? Nobody, apparently.
Cricket. All right.
Yeah.
We're going to go batch record.
Should
Be
I
careful
tell-
saying batch.
Let's end with a story.
I love the one you told me at dinner.
Yes. So we were at the lake this last week, which, when you're at the lake, like care, don't care. I haven't gotten ready with makeup since, I don't know, my last Zoom meeting for school, maybe. It's been a while. So I was like, you know what? I'll get put together for the Witty Gritty crew tonight. And I was straightening my hair, and Gabby, my 2-year-old, recently has learned the word pretty. So she's in my bed while I'm getting ready, and I think she's saying, Mommy, you're so pretty. And I'm like, oh, you think I'm so pretty? And she's like, no, you're so pretty. And I'm like, but yeah, pretty. And she's like, no. And then I realized that she was saying I was so silly. She doesn't think I'm pretty. She wanted that to be clear. And then on top of that, I look silly. But when you're straightening your hair and it's all like up, and then I had like an underlayer, so I had the top layer like in my mouth. I looked silly, but
you
I
look
was
phenomenal.
hoping for pretty.
That, and I like to pay someone to straighten my hair because, wow.
Yes, well, when you have that much gorgeous locks on your head, then yes, I understand.
I mean, we all remember the bird story, right? Where the bird got stuck in my hair? Yeah. That's on several FNLs ago, so.
Y'all will never want to miss one of these. We're full of humor. And
Life is
information.
just happening. Okay, so in the links below, it's going to be the affiliate link, the link to our podcast that we were featured on. That's a sneak peek into the digital course, and also to how to get the freebie. So those are the 3 links that we're about to post in there, and we'll see you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye.